This is a school reopening video for Carbon School District. This video has to do with face coverings. Face coverings are required in K-12 schools and on public school buses. This is a mandate from the governor of the state of Utah. He issued an executive order requiring the face coverings for each individual, including employees, students, and visitors who will be on school property or on a school bus. So it is important for everyone to understand that an executive order is basically a law. It's because the governor issued it as an executive order, we have to comply with that order. So what is a face covering? The definition is that it needs to cover the nose and the mouth. There are several options. One is a disposable mask. There are also reusable masks that have several uses but then are disposed of. Cloth masks, bandanas, but also a face shield, as you see in the middle of the screen there, that we think is a great option for a lot of people who struggle with masks. All of those are acceptable options as we move forward. So what's an appropriate face covering? There's a lot of individualizing and decorating of masks and face shields. So we want to make sure that we're clear that we do not want to create a distraction by whatever decorations we use. We're also not going to stop anyone from decorating. If you had a backpack and you wanted it to say something, or you wanted to decorate it, or you wanted to have a certain icon on it, that's completely okay. If you wanted to wear a t-shirt with something like that, it's perfectly fine, unless it's not allowed by the school and the school rules. So think of it this way: if it would not be allowed on a t-shirt, it's not going to be allowed on a mask or a face shield. We do want to make sure that it does that whatever option is chosen, that we do not cover up the eyes. That is one of the things that we want to make sure we don't do. So there are some exceptions to this face mask rule coming from the governor. They have provided an exception for conditions that prevent someone from wearing a face covering. So we need to make sure that we pay attention to that language. Whatever the condition is, the condition must prevent the wearing of a face covering. So it could be a medical condition, mental health condition, disability. There could be issues of deafness or hard of hearing that need to be addressed. Perhaps an individual education program or 504. If those are the case, the school, as written in the executive order, the school may require an individual to provide a medical directive that verifies that indeed they are prevented from wearing a face covering because of a condition. There are other exemptions that are written into the executive order. One of them is outdoor recess for elementary students. At that time, when they're at recess outside, they do not have to wear a face covering. PE classes, sports and athletic team practices and competitions, choir and band. Of course, those two, if they're able to achieve social distancing, especially choir of 6 feet or more, that's going to be required if they're not going to wear a mask while they sing. While eating in the cafeteria, they can remove the face covering for the time that they're eating, but not before or after. They will still have to wear those face coverings before and after.